Welcome back to my stand-up channel. We will not rest. Operation Ark to rescue team in Kabul. An animal charity forced to leave vets and vet nurses stranded in Kabul during the chaotic evacuation of Afghanistan has vowed to return and rescue the rest of its team. Nowzad hit the headlines after launching Operation Ark in a bid to fly out its staff and other vulnerable Afghans entitled to entry into the UK. Along with more than 150 cats and dogs being cared for at the charity's base in Kabul. However, after attempting to gain entry to the airport with his staff and animals to board a plane chartered by the charity, former Royal Marine and Nowzad founder Paul Pen Farthing was turned back at gunpoint by Taliban fighters. Evacuation decision. A sudden change in policy meant only Afghan nationals with U.S. visas were allowed access to the airport and, aware of the danger if he stayed. The veterinary team in Afghanistan came to a unanimous decision that Mr. Farthing would attempt a further evacuation, but this time with just the animals. This attempt proved successful, with 69 cats and 94 dogs arriving at Heathrow Airport on the 29th of August, where they were processed by the APHA and DEFRA before being sent to pre-booked quarantine kennels across the UK. News that the animals and not the staff were being evacuated prompted some criticism, with Ben Wallace, Britain's Defence Secretary, insisting in the build-up to the rescue that the UK would prioritise people not pets. About the people, however. The core mission of Operation Ark was always to get the people out, and that remains the case, according to Operation Ark-led vet, Ian McGill. He said, "Our mission is totally unfinished. We have only completed the first third of the mission. It was always about the people. We are working 24/7 on getting all these people out by one route or another, and we have the funds to do that. It is obviously very dangerous and we need to get it right." The Nowzad team left behind in Kabul is made up of 26 vets and nurses who are mostly women, with the vets being the first female vets trained and qualified in Afghanistan. There are also 25 children, including one newborn baby, while the remainder are family dependents of Nowzad staff. All are considered vulnerable to persecution by the Taliban and all have paperwork to come to the UK. According to Dr. McGill, the Nowzad team should not still be in peril and should have been out of the country long before now. Documents, he added. If it hadn't been for prevarication by the Ministry of Defense, early on in our mission, we would have got those people off that airfield several days earlier. And we could have got several planes in to take our people, and shuttle many others to the third country and on to our 767. We had worked really hard so that these people, who have a right of entry to the UK, had their documents processed by the Home Office, and approved by the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, and all 68 staff had those documents. Now the challenge is to get those people out, possibly via a new route. The situation seems to change every day with borders getting shut and then opened. We need to find a safety zone or a channel for these people to leave Afghanistan, added Dr. McGill. The UK government is currently trying to put in place assistance for UKFCDO, Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, approved refugees, to help get them out of Afghanistan. And we are working 24/7 on making that happen. We will not rest until we have the Nowzad team out of Kabul and safely in the UK. Shoulder to shoulder, once the Nowzad team has been safely evacuated. Dr. McGill is confident they will be welcomed by the UK veterinary profession, which stood shoulder to shoulder behind the operation. Dr. McGill added, "There are loads of offers from the large veterinary groups in terms of jobs for these people and getting validation for their qualifications, as well as jobs and housing and social support. But it is not just that. The veterinary profession all lined up shoulder to shoulder to support this mission. The presidents of the RCVS, BVA and BVNA, the big veterinary groups, NOAA, and lots of drug companies and veterinary labs. The support was simply amazing. It is a good news story for the veterinary profession that has been blighted by that false narrative about pets before people. But our mission will not be finished until all 68 Nowzad staff are safely out of Kabul. Mission 1 of the groups reserved for special thanks was the Veterinary Task Force, VTF, which led the UK end of the mission. Tom Roth Sylvester from the VTF said, "It has been a privilege for the VTF to support Operation ARC. While the work is not over, and only a small part of the overall aim has been achieved, we have lent our expertise to ensure that the welfare needs of these animals were met, and that the authorities were content with disease control measures and welfare in transport was optimized. This was all achieved, but the main effort still goes on and we will not rest until the people have been safely evacuated." Source: thetimes.co.uk. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.